Damn, I can't even believe you.
It is. It is. So, quick recap: top left, orange essthrice; bottom right, purple HyppiCorpo.
I think
HyppiCorpo doing.
I think Hippie screwed up his build a little bit. He forgot that he has to extract your trick, and he got up the third lane really late.
Yeah,
Sure, a little bit.
and it's like, is this like the macro version
Oh
of a
man,
six pool?
oh man, the gods have smiled upon essthrice. Essthrice has scouted after Pylon every single game, and he decided to scout after Forge this game. And here come the four lanes, and he's going to see it really late. If Hippie is smart and goes right to the main, he could actually just straight up kill essthrice right here.
Okay, so let's see where Hippie is rallied straight to the main. He knows what he's doing.
Essthrice needs to put down a pylon in his main right now, like literally right now. He cannot wait. He's actually going to go set up some stuff at the bottom of the ramp, but this is not the right decision. He needs to go right back up right now. He's going to take the pylon wall. No, it's not going to work. He's going to get through.
Oh no!
Real
Oh no!
bad.
Hippie, you have done the dirty deed.
He needs to stop killing the pylons, though. He needs to go straight for the mineral line. There he goes.
There is a pylon going up in the mineral line, but I don't know if it'll be.
It's way too late. This isn't gonna. He might be. Oh no! Good trap on the lings. He will knock down one ling right away. Very nice micro, and it's gonna be a micro.
Oh,
Another trap. Sick micro, and it actually will be enough. That cannon's gonna go up. But one thing I would have liked from essthrice, he should be throwing up a cannon at the front right now too. He would actually just be completely safe. And these lings are still gonna do their job, but they're not gonna do nearly enough. And still lings coming out. He is full all-in mode right here.
He was saying something in chat about being very tired. I wonder if this is just kind of it getting to him.
Yeah.
Playing 7 hours in a day. So he's going to focus down the forge. He's going to say no more cannons.
Yeah,
so there
this
is
a response.
a gateway and a photon cannon going down in the main. So Hippie can do this, but then he's just going to have to accept that he's just going to delay everything.
Yeah,
Even with the number of links he has, he's not going to kill that cannon.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, but I mean, essthrice isn't going to leave there anytime soon. He's double gassing. He knows he needs that tech. Second gateway, this actually isn't in range of the cannon. If Hippie recognizes this, he can actually just poke that down. Also poke down the gas, which is what he's doing right now. This is why it's so annoying after you get simpled. Yep, he's just going to do it. He can actually move those links back, and he shouldn't lose anything here. A little bit sloppy micro will lose a link. But he should actually be able to take out that gas too. He won't get the pylon, but this is exactly what he wants to do. I would much rather actually see that gas come up much earlier. He needs speed. He should get a natural right now. And then after that, he's actually in okay shape.
I don't think he's going to go for speed. I'm going to make a call right now. He's going to go for Banelings.
That would also be an interesting decision. Much more all in. The speed is generally to keep the Protoss out, because like you can't really be aggressive with the speed. It doesn't actually. There's no like. There's like a zealot going to be out. Like it's not going to help much against that. But the Banelings, he can just walk right around that zealot. Like maybe one will die to the cannon, and then he can just destroy the probes if he gets a good split.
Boom. My predictive powers for the Zerg player are too great. There is a Baneling nest down.
Yeah, and this is going to be it right here. It's going to be what I would like to see happen is Hippie needs to actually like run around with these lings, play passive, then like shadow off four lings in the corner. He wants like 6 banelings right here, and he wants 3 coming in from the right, 3 coming in from the left, so the probes are trapped. This is actually essthrice. I don't even think is expecting this. Like if you look, he's completely walled in his probes. They can't go anywhere. Actually, yeah, they have to go either down through the bottom by that gas or up through the top. But
And now they only get to go down through the bottom.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
man.
will have to go around. If essthrice keeps like 2 lings at the top, he's going to be completely screwed.
There is a photon cannon going out a little bit farther, but there are so many lings. There are going to be 5 banelings, along with 18 lings.
Oh man, he knows. He knows.
He knows.
I would actually seriously, essthrice right now should just take half of his workers and evacuate the mineral line. Like, oh man, is he going to block with the zealots? 6 zealot block. Oh man, so many probes just went down. And there go all the probes. Great call by you, and great call by him.
Oh man, I don't know if essthrice can even come back from this.
He could probably, yeah. I think he still can. Oh wow, losing more probes. Yeah, I think he's just from a strategical standpoint, he can totally come back here. But from a mental standpoint, it's going to be so tough. Like he's down. To his point of view, it's like I said earlier. He probably thinks the Zerg has a natural. He probably thinks the Zerg is playing against. That's why he's being so aggro with the zealots. He's actually only down 6 workers. He needs to get back in his base. Get back to your base.
Oh man.
Good job
One,
splitting up one zealot though to make those banelings.
yeah, and the cannon in the mineral line has gone down, but there is that second cannon. If there is a little bit of good micro, he could focus down one or two of these banelings, get some hits onto those zealots instead of onto the probes. But I mean, Hippie needs to essentially. Oh man, the baneling micro.
Oh wow,
Holy
great probe,
crap.
Mike. We should have actually. Oh no. Oh man. Wow. Actually wasting it there, but it's still doing the job. Hippie is still staying on one base. He wants to end this right here. I would actually like to see him mine out of that second gas, get those injects in order. He needs. I think he's getting a little bit cocky here. He needs to stay with his macro. He's getting a little bit out of hand because the Protoss is building up a sizable zealot force, and at some point the Protoss is actually just going to be able to split off like 2 or 3 of those and send them out across the map.
Right. Hippie, of course, keeping a tight grip on this ramp. He knows that if. Oh man, there are 8 zealots out now. Unless he wastes those banelings. Good splits on the zealots.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I would have really liked Hippie to transition. Oh man, did you see him dance the zealots there for a second?
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
But yeah, like, I would have liked to transition just straight into the roaches. He's not really going enough on the banelings. He hasn't been working enough. So he can't actually afford Ling Bling. You actually need a lot more account to do Ling Bling than roaches because, like, 3 roaches kites that zealot ball. But he needs so many banelings to break through. Banelings
Right.
are nothing unit. You need to have enough. But oh wow, banelings are actually just one cell barely living. A little bit of sloppy micro there. But now the question becomes like, essthrice kept his composure. He played it out, and he's been doing so well to just like stand in this game, and be like, I'm totally fine. I just need to leave it up to the micro. And now he's so far ahead. Like it doesn't look like it. It's not big of a deal. But now those Zergas even going onto the Roach Warren, and he has to do this to defend. And the Zerga's like never going to get a natural. If the Protoss sets up a proxy pylon and gets like 1 or 2 sentries, he can hold the Zerg in there infinitely, like literally until the end of the game.
The natural has just gone down. There are roaches coming out. There are a couple out, a couple more on the way. But yeah, this is looking really good for the Protoss. Protoss, of course, always comfortable doing a 1-base all-in. Zerg
Yeah.
1-base all-ins are really, really iffy, as we've just seen. He will know that this is coming across because those 2 lings are there. He'll lose both of them.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he can defend it.
Yeah, interesting idea to leave the Zealot at home. I mean, the Sentry at home. Because he must expect a counterattack, but no proxy palette on the map. I do believe this is a little bit of a mistake, because as you can see, the Zerg's like screw drones. He's just making a ton of roaches, and he might actually trap this army out in the middle of the map. Good reaction time by essthrice, though. He might lose a Zealot or 2 on the way back home, but all the... Oh, no, pathing. Okay. The Stalkers will be safe, and that's really all that matters. The roaches are so slow. They're not doing a good job. Good job picking off those lines.
Very nice. Essthrice, now that the Zerg is taking his natural, I'd like to see essthrice either decide that he's going to all-in, which I guess is what that extra round of warpins meant, or just take that natural in return.
Yeah,
Those
they're-
roaches will not beat that.
Yeah. They're kind of like taking turns at all-inning. Like, Hippie all-in and all-in again, and the Protoss is building 4 gateways and all-inning. And eventually maybe this will even out. Good force fields in the middle of the map, trapping a little bit, but the roaches are staying back. And that engagement was probably actually favorable for Hippie, because his roaches will regen, but there's only 1 sentry, and that force field energy is going to take a long time to come back.
Very true. There are a lot of units for essthrice, but like you said, there's no proxy pylon. There's no way that he can continue to reinforce this. Ling speed is out now, which will take care of the sentry or the stalkers, excuse me,
Yeah.
in short order. I'd like to make note that the Protoss does have 1-1.
Yeah, wow, actually, yeah, that's a really good point. I didn't even notice that. I guess that's why the Zealots were doing so well earlier in the game. But, yeah, the push is really good right now. I don't know if that's such a good idea, though. The Zerg is going up to layer, and it could be his downfall here. He really just needs more stuff. Oh, I think he's actually waiting to get up to mutas, and he's banking a lot of money. He needs to put that in roaches, like, right now.
Yeah, he's seen this come across the map, so we will be producing 5 roaches, but of course those take about 30 seconds to get out. There is now a proxy pylon for essthrice, so he will be able to get those out. There are 2 spine crawlers going down, 4 spine crawlers for HyppiCorpo. He does still have a lead. No, he does not anymore in workers, but they're even on workers. But of course, 2 base economy being superior to 1 base, but essthrice, he knows that if he gets this fast enough, if he can go in and engage favorably enough, he's just going to win.
And actually, okay, the engagement here. The Zealot's coming up, tanking an okay force field. This one I'm talking about, he just doesn't have the energy from using it in the middle of the map. And the Roach's a little bit sloppy micro, a really good force field right there, but here come the Spines for the right flank. And they're not going to be, the Protoss army is all Stalkers, and Stalkers are not going to do that well against the Spines. Good micro, but it's just not going to be enough. He's going to kill these Lings and Roaches, but he's not going to be able to push.
You know, he should be able to get up the ramp, but he's decided to engage the spine crawlers, which is, to be frank, probably just a not so hot decision that he made.
Yeah, I don't know if he could have gotten up because the Lings were swarming down from the main, but he probably could have, like, shimmied on over and killed the Lings and backed out. Oh, that
Interesting.
huge warping.
Hippie threw down an infestation pit. Could he be looking to go 2-base swarm host?
You know, it makes a lot of sense. I was going to note that before the engagement because when you think about it, the Protoss is running off of a very small economy, and the Locust would be free, but I feel like it's a good idea on paper, but not in the game, because the Locust just costs so much money to get out to that critical mass, and now the Protoss is pushing down these spines, and with the Zealot buffer, should be able to do it. The Roach is on move command. He's actually going to break through.
Yeah, I think that should be the end of the game.
Yeah.
Hippie does not have enough behind this to do anything.
And for all you little
Yeah.
gold buddies that say, like, the game isn't a game of mechanics, if you look at Hippie's main, a 200 energy queen, that's like 32 more roaches that could have been out right now. A lot of the game is mechanics, and essthrice's micro, while he did make that poor decision of attacking the spines, keeping the stalkers alive was very good, and he was able to get the concave and that latched engagement that really led him to victory.
Okay. Good game to both players.
Yeah, it was. Very good game. I think that means that essthrice wins.
Essthrice does, in fact, win. Congratulations.
Yeah. Fuller coming in from REGA. I still don't remember what it is. You do it. You're better.
Random Epic Gaming Alliance.
I'll trust you. And very good job. A good win for him and his clan.
Very true.
We'll be going up to the next MLG. And